friends, it is a beautiful Monday morning here in Southeast Asia, Malaysia, precisely, dear friends, wherever you are. Well, we are in the transfer window, but a lot of things we need to talk about this week. Yes, a lot is up to talk about. From our club, Chelsea Football Club, and this is Salon's blog. Remember, like the video, share the video, and let me hear from you in the comments section. Nicolas Jackson, and hey, guys, this matter, we need to put it to a rest this week. Jackson is coming back up to the Premier League. Jackson is coming back to Chelsea. As in whether Chelsea will make use of him is another thing. And remember, we have the next, how many hours? About 12 hours from now, 12, 13, 14 hours for the window to be shut officially. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, 12, 13, 14 hours for the transfer window to be officially closed. But right now as we speak, as of last night, Bayern Munich have made it clear to Nicolas Jackson that he needs to return to England. Yes, Bayern Munich have made it clear to Jackson to return to England, to his parent club Chelsea. Ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is. It is what it is. Bayern Munich, he cannot say no. Chelsea made the first request that the players should make a U-turn. The manager, the players' managers rejected it. But once Bayern has spoken, the player has no choice than to return. I am disappointed because this whole saga is not Jackson's fault. It's not his fault. No one can blame Jackson for going to Bayern Munich or for saying he don't want to come back. The situation he found himself in, you would have done the same. You would have done the same. So no one should blame Jackson for what has transpired the past 24 hours. No one should blame Jackson. For him to say, I'm not coming back, it is within his right. It was made clear to him that you are surplus to our requirement. So therefore, he needs to find a way out to continue with his career. At the time that he thought, oh, I am finally, going to get my happiness back, my joy of playing football back, then they are telling him to make a U-turn and come back. It's difficult. But as we speak, Jackson is to make a return to Chelsea. Yes. Jackson is to make a return to Chelsea. And not just that. Chelsea equally made a request for Guiu to return from Sunderland loan. That is where it gets more, murkier. Is Chelsea going to be using Jackson or they're going to be making use of Guiu? Are they calling Jackson to reloan him to another club or to resell him to another club? Is Liverpool ready to buy Jackson or Aston Villa? Or we are calling Jackson because we want to make use of both Jackson and Guiu at the same time? That is where clarifications need to be given. And if I were Jackson at this point in time, I would have to ask these questions. Yes, the player is still obliged to listen to Chelsea. He is still Chelsea's player. He is still under contract with Chelsea. But he also has a right as a human being, as a professional footballer. Because as things stand right now, ladies and gentlemen, Liverpool on their own have last night agreed on a deal for Isak from Newcastle. And we understand the deal is worth 130 million pounds. 130 million pounds. Today, as we speak today, the deal is to be sealed by Liverpool today. Medicals and everything has been booked for today. And therefore, we will expect Isak to become Liverpool player by the close of today, before the transfer window shuts. Yes. Bayern have made it very clear to Jackson to return to Chelsea. Chelsea equally recall Guiu. Newcastle and Liverpool have agreed on the transfer of Isak. Aston Villa are interested in Jackson. Are we going to be seeing Jackson going to Aston Villa or Newcastle? Or we are going to be seeing him play for Chelsea once again, whilst Chelsea are recalling Guiu from Sunderland? These are the questions that we need answers to today. And ladies and gentlemen, as we speak, the player Nicolas Jackson is expected to arrive in Senegal for his international duty. So I'm not too sure the player will even be back to London. I believe from Germany he'll be heading towards since there's not like medicals to be done in Chelsea, unless he's going on a loan or Aston Villa are buying him, then only the player will have to return to England to go through the procedure. Otherwise, he will have to fly straight from Germany to Senegal. Ladies and gentlemen, do you think Chelsea will be doing anything or like incoming business today, the deadline day? Well, Barcelona manager Hans Flick, speaking on Fermin Lopez specifically in the interview, this is what he said: I don't want to talk about Fermin. When the market is over, we will know 100% if he will stay. We don't want egos because egos kill success. What does this statement mean to you? Fermin Lopez is no longer going to be part of Barcelona's plans for this season. It is likely, it is very, very likely Chelsea are getting that deal done today. The coach says that they don't want egos in the dressing room. Who has an ego? Who is playing like, I want to go, I want to stay, like carrying himself right now because of Chelsea's offer? And the coach says we don't want that in the dressing room. So it's very likely Fermin Lopez. For me, I see that deal going through today, in the last hours of today. Yeah. Chelsea fans, Fermin Lopez with Chelsea. We miss out on Xavi Simons. And as we speak, remember also that Cole Palmer's injury, so far, things are not looking good. Things are not looking good. I'm not too sure by the next 2 weeks before the international break is over whether he'll be all right or not. But things are not looking good. Joao Pedro is to be playing Cole Palmer's role right now. And that is the more reason why Chelsea needs another striker. And so if Jackson is back, then it simply means that Chelsea will have only Jackson and Guiu. That is why they are really calling Guiu. Joao Pedro will now be playing Cole Palmer's role. But would that be enough? That is a more reason why the coming in of Fermin Lopez in the same position is very important. The league is 38 games in the Premier League. We played 3 games so far. And we've seen 3 injuries in 3 games. Yes, 3 injuries in 3 games. Levi Cowell, the first game of the season, he got injured. Cole Palmer, groin injury, and now Delap. 3 games, 3 injuries. We have a long way to go. Anyway, a lot to talk about, but let me just leave it here. We will be back in the coming hours with more exclusive. We need to digest this Jackson return to the Premier League, returning to Chelsea. What is the way forward? What are the plans? We will come back and discuss all that later. But hey, congratulations to Liverpool. Arsenal, my goodness. Arsenal was playing for the draw, I'm told. Yeah, my analyst told me that Arsenal was playing for the draw. Is it true? To be honest, it looks like only the Chelsea product, Noni Madueke, was the only livelier, throughout the game for Arsenal. The rest were just sleeping on the pitch. And Liverpool, how long do people want to be? Right now, Liverpool has spent close to £400 million in this season alone. if his sack deals will go through, it's going to go through. It's been agreed, 130 million pounds. Yes. Liverpool, my goodness. Well, if it's Chelsea, the so-called Liverpool fan, how do you call it? Pundits, legends, they would have been speaking £1 billion, but in one summer window, Liverpool spent close to £400 million. They are not saying anything. There's nothing wrong about it. It is only when Chelsea spend that there's a problem. How many players did Liverpool sell this season? How much have they made from sales? But Chelsea will make sales of £200 million and buy players of £205 million, and there's a problem. Guys, it is your breakfast. I don't have much to say right now. I'll be back with more exclusive. Remember, my boy Jackson is coming back to the Premier League, coming back to England, and it is up to Chelsea to use him or not to use him. It's up to you guys. If I were Maresca, I'll sit Jackson down and have one-on-one talks with him. Yeah, so that he will have a clear mind to play his heart out. If I were Maresca, I'll see you guys all in the next one when you see me. Shalom and peace.